Tvameva Mata Pita Tvameva Tvameva Vandushka Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyam Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mam Deva Deva Om Janjanati Mirandasya Jana Jana Salakaya Chaksuru Militanjana Tashmai Shri Urave Namah. Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Book 2, Discourse 2, Srimad Bhagavatam 2.21. Concentration on the gross and subtle forms of the Lord and the two types of mukti, liberation, viz. Krama mukti or gradual liberation and sadhya mukti or immediate liberation. This discourse has 37 shlokas. 1. Sri Shuka continues. Sri Shuka Uvash. It was through such concentration that Brahma, the self-born, propitiated that Lord and got from him at the dawn of creation the knowledge about creation, which he had forgotten during the last pralaya or universal destruction. Having thus acquired unfailing vision and a conclusive understanding, he created this universe, even as it existed before the universal dissolution. 2. Such is the alluring method of presentation of the Vedas that the mind seeks gratification through empty names devoid of any corresponding reality. Expecting happiness in the world of Maya, the soul wanders through the various realms comprised in this world as though it were dreaming, but fails to derive real happiness there. 3. Therefore, a wise man should have connection with the objects of enjoyment only to the extent they are useful for maintaining the body. At the same time, he should convince in his mind about the emptiness of sensuous enjoyment and should never commit the error of getting attached to them. And if such objects could be had otherwise by force of prarabdha or destiny, as a matter of course, he should not strive for them, seeing that such an endeavor would entail fruitless labor. 4. When the earth is there, that what will be gained by taking pains for a bed? When nature has provided us with arms, what use have we for pillows? When we can hold tides in the hollow of our palms, what need is there for dishes and cups of various kinds? And when there are the cardinal points, the barks of trees, and so on, to cover our body with, of what avail are silken robes? 5. Are there no racks on the road, that not trees that live only to maintain others give alms in the shape of fruits, leaves, and so on to the needy? Have rivers dried up for the man who needs water? Have the mouth of mountains, caves, been blocked against those who seek to use them as a shelter? And above all, does the Supreme Lord Sri Hari deny protection to those who approach him? Wherefore then should the wise knock at the door of those who are blind with the pride of wealth? 6. Having thus determined his goal with a complacent mind, a man should adore the infinite and eternal Lord, residing in his very heart as his beloved self, and as a self-evident truth. For through his worship, the seed of metempsychosis in the shape of ignorance ceased to be. 7. Who else than beasts will desist from meditating on the Supreme and set his mind on pleasure of senses even when he actually sees people fallen into the hellish river of mundane life and suffer the agony brought by their own past action? 8. Some people fix their mind through meditation on the Lord with four arms, bearing severally a lotus, a discus, a conch, and a mace, and residing in the cavity of their heart, within their own body, in a form as big as a thumb in 8. Residing in the cavity of their heart, within their own body, in a form as big as a thumb in 8. How beautiful shloka, revealing that the size of Paramatma is this. How beautiful. Wow. Jai Sri Hari. 9. With a cheerful countenance and big lotus-like eyes, he has a cloth, yellow as the filaments of a kadamba flower, draped round his person, and is adorned with a pair of gold armlets studded with precious brilliant jewels, a crown, and a pair of earrings inlaid with valuable radiant jewels. 9. 10. His feet, which are tender like young shoots, are installed by the masters of yoga at the center of the full-blown lotus of their heart. He bears a little above his left breast a golden streak, which is held to be a symbol of Goddess Lakshmi, has the famous Kaustupa gem hanging from his neck, and his chest is covered by a garland of sylvan flowers of unfading splendor. He is adorned with a girdle round his waist, as well as with most precious rings, anklets, and bracelets, etc., and looks charming with a smile that even beams on his countenance, beatified with sleek, glossy, curly, and dark tresses. 12. He is bestowing his abundant grace on the devotees by the play of his brows, the beauty of which is enhanced by his sportful bright smiles and glances. The devout practicant should continue to gaze on this conceptual image of the Lord till his mind gets fixed in meditation. 13. He should visualize with his mind one by one all the limbs of Lord Vishnu, the wielder of a mace, from his feet upwards to his smiling countenance, even as his reason gets purer and purer. His mind will become steadier and steadier, and in this way, when one limb becomes clearly visible, he should leave it to visualize the next. Jai Ho. Jai Ho. 14. till one's mind gets fixed through devotion on the all-witnessing Supreme Lord of the universe, as portrayed above. The practicant should, with a concentrate mind, meditate on the grossest form of the Lord after he has finished his daily devotions. Dear Parikshit, when the striver intends to leave this body, he should not allow his mind to get attached to the time and place. Sitting in a steady and easy posture, he should control his breath and restrain his senses with his mind. All over the Shastras, we see mentions about the power of pranayam and how important pranayam is for our consciousness, for our meditation, for our remembering, for absolutely everything. As asana is important for the bhajan meditation, is the pranayam. This is something that everybody should learn properly as a private part of the learning of their own sadhana. It's mentioned all over the Shastras, like every chapter in Bhagavatam is mentioning the breathing, the control of the mind and the breathing. This is so important. In Bhagavad Gita is everywhere as well. So this is something that we must pay attention on it, even if 99.9% of the bhaktas all around the globe and the universe may not take this in consideration. I think it's extremely important. That's why the Shastras are telling one again and again and again and again about this. Who spoke deeply on this topic? A big Vaishnav called Sri Vijay Krishna Das Goswami. He spoke and practiced himself the japa meditation, japa with pranayam. So this is extremely important if we want to really get in control of our mind, our senses, to understand, to expand our understanding, consciousness, to expand our intelligence. All this go through the work of the pran. This is extremely important. 15. Dear Pariksit, when the striver intends to leave this body, he should not allow his mind to get attached to the time and place. Sitting in a steady and easy posture, he should control his breath and restrain his senses with his mind. There is it again. Then, controlling his mind with his pure reason, he should merge his intellect as well and his mind in the kshetrajna, the conscious principle in the body, and the kshetrajna in the absolute self, then merging the self in the supreme spirit and attaining final peace. The wise man should abstain from all activity. In that state of absorption into the supreme spirit, time, which is the ruler even of gods, has no power, much less the gods or the creature that are ruled over by them. There is neither sattva nor rajas nor tamas in that state, much less the ego or mahat, the principle of cosmic intelligence, or pradana, primordial matter. 18. Bent upon rejection, everything other than God as not that, and giving up false self-identification with the body and things associated with it, the yogis, full of exclusive devotion, embrace with their heart every moment the adorable form of Lord Vishnu. The scriptures are at one in declaring this form as the supreme essence of all-pervading Lord. 19. The yogi whose cravings for sense gratification have been completely set at rest by force of wisdom acquired truth, the scriptures should drop his body in the following manner. First of all, he should squat in his seat, pressing the anus with his heel, and then, overcoming languor, should draw the air upwards through the 6 places where the 6 mystical circles are located. 6 mystical circles is speaking about chakras, right? Interestingly, it reads 6 circles and no 7. This asana is called siddhasana. This is the way that we, in full awareness, we can leave the body in the right moment, and is what the Siddha Mahatmas who left the body through the Mahasamadhi, they do, and then they can leave the body in full consciousness. So through Siddhasana, then our consciousness or pran must to go through the 6 central energy points, chakras, and then through Sahasrara we must to leave the body. How beautiful. So there is in the description is in the Bhagavatam 2.2.19, this sloka. The self-disciplined yogi should draw the air located in the circle within the navel, known by the name of Manipuraka, upwards into the chakra located in the heart called Anahata. Thence, following the course of the Udara air, he should take it to the circle located above the breast, known by the name of Vishuddha. And again, with the help of reason, he should gradually push it to the root of the palate, to the top of the Vishuddha chakra. 21. Thereafter, having closed the 7 passages, the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, the 2 nostrils, and the mouth, he should take the air from the root of the palate to the circle located at the middle of the eyebrows, Anya chakra. Then, if he has no desire to visit the higher worlds, he should pause at the Anya chakra for about half an hour with his gaze fixed on his goal, and taking the air into the Sahasrara chakra, located at the crown of his head, attain union with God. Finally, breaking open the crown of his head, he should abandon his body and the senses. Very interesting what is revealing here, because it is telling Srimad Bhagavatam that in the moment in the time for leaving the body, we can ascend directly to step by step until Sahasrara and to leave the body. If we do that, we will go to the heavenly planets or Vaikunthas. But if we have a special abode, a special desire to where we should be, then we should not go directly to Sahasrara, but to stay in Agna Chakra, and then meditating deeply in our destination. When we are visualizing this clearly, in that moment we must go to Sahasrara in order to leave the body, and then we achieve that destination. How beautiful, how powerful. Of course, we depend 99.9% in the kripa of Sri Guru Nitai Gaur Radheshyam. But this is the instruction in Bhagavatam. We must do our part anyways. Just in case we should know what is the technique. This is very important. We depend on Kripa, but in the same time, we should not depend on Kripa. We should do ourselves to work. We should put effort ourselves to achieve the destination. Everything is by Kripa, of course, but we cannot put all the effort in my Guru. My Guru will do. I don't do anything. My Guru will do. This is not correct. Many Christians say that I have heard this story many times. Say, Jesus died for my sins. And you keep doing sins. Yes, Jesus died for my sins. I can keep being who I am because Jesus died for my sins. This is not correct understanding of spirituality. This is not love. If Jesus died for the sins, okay, great. I am clean, but I can start being sinless, since he did for Christians. In the same way, we cannot put all the effort in Guru. Guru is good, so he will do everything. No, I have to work myself. I have to know myself, study myself, purify myself. I have to do my sadhana. I have to do my own japa. No depends only on my Guru. In a transcendental way, we only depend on Guru, of course, only in Kripa. Everything is Kripa. But in the practical ways, that's why we have a physical body and we are not a ghost, right? So we have to work, we have to learn, we have to study, we have to do our part of the deal. We will leave it here in the verse 21, Srimad Bhagavatam 2.2.21. Extremely interesting lecture here, and many ideas and meditations are coming through those holy shlokas. We will continue tomorrow at the same time. You are very welcome. Come to the same time. Put the alarm there to study with me the full Bhagavatam. We are doing one more time full reading of Bhagavatam and discovering more and more things every single time. Vaya Nitai Gaur Radheshyam, Japo Hare Krishna Hare Rama.